Hey, primal movement, human movement, functional movement. There are a lot of videos, and there's a lot of people making wonderful primal movement, animal movement videos on YouTube that many people can't even begin to approach. So where does that approach begin? It can begin with walking, with a movement exploration of how we walk. In order to start walking like a human, the way our body was designed to walk, we have to understand how we generally walk. So what do you do when you walk? Are your knees bent or are they stiff? Do you walk from your hips? Do you fall into your steps? In these video samples, you'll notice that people come down on their heels pretty hard, that there's a lot of impact when people just normally walk down the street. Over time, this impact can build up. Not only will this create heel pain and back pain, but your body wasn't designed to walk stiff-legged, falling into your steps one after the other. And by the way, don't look at the floor while you're doing these exercises. Keep your gaze open. See the whole room in front of you. You'll still see what's in front of you, and you know where the floor is. You don't have to look down at the floor. The first thing we're going to talk about is lowering our center of gravity. Okay, so like shock absorbers on a car or a bicycle. When we have shock absorbers, we don't hit the ground hard. Now, initially you won't be able to walk at speed like this, but eventually you will. We have to start by shifting weight, and then we have to learn how to swing our hips and move our hips again. Many of us are going to be challenged in this area because from sitting in chairs, we don't really move our hips very much. But by learning this consciously, and I've worked with people who are older than me, and I've worked with people who are younger than me, and I have had foot problems in the past. When I was a runner, I needed to wear heel pads until I learned that I needed to lower my center of gravity and not slam my heels into the ground. Also, I had to learn that maybe running on concrete wasn't the best way to run, and to find a more natural surface. Asphalt is a little better, but trail running is better yet. We're going to start by learning to shift the weight. So we're going to shift the weight to the left, pick up the right foot, soften here, soften the knees, lower the weight. This creates strength and flexibility in your ankle. Just the shifting of the weight. So back and forth. Maybe this is your exercise for a while, and you can use a chair to allow you to bend your ankles more. See, talking and doing this at the same time. Putting your toe on the floor and doing this is one way to do it. And get this movement down, right? Simple movement. Gradually building strength and balance in one foot, standing on one foot. You can use your arms for balance. Whoa, right? Settling down. Lifting up, flying like a bird on one leg. Have fun with this. I mean, really, just feel this. I'm just flapping my wings. Setting down, coming up. You can see that this leg is not as strong as the other leg, or maybe it's just not as warmed up. It's not as strong. I always bend my knees when I land. This practice, if you do it frequently, will translate into your walking, and you'll be less likely to fall and stumble. Your balance becomes, see, I didn't lose my balance. But, you know, I'm a normal person. I can lose my balance. If I'm not paying attention, I can lose my balance. Okay, enough of that. So, or you can just shift the weight here, keep your knees bent, shift the weight here. Notice that I'm not leaning when I shift the weight. It's not that. It's just lower. You can use your toe. You can bring your foot in, use your toe. Do this, come close, bring your foot out. Put the heel down first. Important. Use your toe. Couple of bounces. Use your arms if you need to for balance. See, don't put your toe down first. Put your heel down first. Causes you to have to lower more. So even though intuitively you might want to put your toe down first, it's good to get used to putting your heel down first. Now, balance. Drop your center of gravity and shift the weight 70% on this leg, 70% on this leg. So this is a modified horse stance, or if you're strong, I said this was primal walking, you can get into a better horse stance and practice shifting the weight and work with keeping your tailbone down, not coming forward like that to get wider, but just extending, lowering, shifting. You don't have to do this. This isn't required. But I'm hoping that some of you will challenge yourselves. Again, you can put your hands wherever they're most comfortable. Coming back to the center. So shifting the weight to one side, balancing on my toe, picking up my foot, coming closer, putting my foot down, heel first, and centering the weight. In order to walk, I'm going to shift the weight, and then pick up my left foot. I'm going to put my toe down here for now, but then I'm going to swing my knee out. So it's a swing like that. You can just practice this. In, out, in, out. This will make this leg stronger. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. On my heel, onto the ball of my foot, toe of my back foot, pick up my foot. Do the same thing on this side. Out, down, up, down, up, or down, up, down, up, down, up, and swing, heel down. See, I come down from here. I have to drop my center of gravity. My weight is all here. I can't fall forward because I'm stabilized on that back foot. Pick up from the toe, right? I'm rolling from my heel onto my toe. So now if I were to walk backwards, shift the weight back, pick up my foot, step out onto my toes, and roll back to my heel. Front of my foot, the ball of my foot, my toes come up, Here, I have to use some strength. Pick up, swing back. You can use your hands for balance. If they're out here and the legs back there, you're balanced. And then use the hands to come down, like that. Pick up the foot, bring it in, hands come down. So if you want to use your hands to do this, you go stepping out, coming down. So this is just basically settling chi, using the arms to balance, stepping down. Feel free to improvise these exercises. Do what feels good to you. Going back. So I have to bring my weight forward in order to step back. Notice I'm also not stepping back on a tightrope. I'm up on my heel, my foot lifts, and now I pick up my foot and I can balance with my hands to reach back with that toe, bend the knee, sink down. In here, sink down. Pick up the back foot, put the back toe down, settle, up. I come up on my heel. I'm not being consistent here, I know it. And that's okay. I'm just trying to, it's better to be consistent when you're learning to do this. But at least I noticed that I wasn't being consistent. Coming back, center the weight. Pick up my foot, bring it in. Center the weight, together. Stepping out. Okay, so basic walking. So if you do this all the time and you just notice, right, lower your center of gravity and just walk slowly. Don't worry about what people think. You're not going to actually walk downtown wherever you live like this. But if you get used to walking like this and walking softly, you become much more aware of your balance, not walking on the tightrope, but giving yourself a few degrees off center to have your feet apart so that you have a firm base. I always know where my balance is here. Sinking down, stepping out. I'm staying down, my center of gravity is nice and down. You can go back and forth. Use your hands, turn it into Qigong, stepping out at a slight angle, maybe 5 to 15 degrees off. 15 degrees off for Tai Chi walking. For normal walking, just a few degrees will keep you from being on the tightrope. Walking backwards will help you to understand your balance, become graceful, and you have to have your center of gravity lower. So this builds a lot of strength in your ankles, stabilizes your knees, strengthen your legs. So just simple today, not a lot. Play with this, practice it. There are Qigong forms that are movement that use the same walking pattern. Walking and balancing that are a little harder. You know, you have to coordinate your arms. That's always harder because a lot of people have trouble rubbing their stomach and patting their head. So you have to coordinate your arms and your legs together. But I think it's important to work on walking, especially as we age, you know, to not be stiff-legged. To always have this little cushion, this shock-absorbing cushion that our fascia is a shock absorber. If we use our fascia, that's how we're meant to be. If we use our joints and our bones, we wear them out. But as soon as we start to soften and use our fascia, we become softer. We start to feel what's going on in our body. And practice this outside, go for walks. Do this around your yard, do it in your house. Use a chair. You can do this, with 2 trekking poles, if that's what you need. But build confidence in your balance, build confidence in your walking. Play with it, enjoy your body. They're meant to feel good. They're meant to feel good. They're meant to be in touch with the environment. Learning to use your body again and learning to walk again is important. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll be back again soon. If you comment and you like the video, it helps other people find them. You are a small audience, and I'm grateful that you're there, which is why I've come back to YouTube, and I'll be making more videos in the near future.